Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call, Law, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to our apostles, who are elders, who are well blessed. Salutations to you, brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. This right out my mouth from the Bastion camp, man. And yeah, man, I was just meditating on watching this video. If it's Lord say the same, I'll put it in post production. But as you can see, they're turning they've turned the pasach into some type of festive feast. Okay, and the brother was speaking on it, talking about the bitter herbs, how they use romaine lettuce, for a bitter herb, and that's something I wanted to go into, and like this shows you the mindset and mentality these people are in. You know what I'm saying? And they can portray that they want it. They can portray that they love this truth more than any other group. But their mind is not on the Lord. Their mind is not stayed on seeking the things that are above. They're here, okay? And you can tell they're putting cakes, okay? Things of that nature. All right, so I wanted to get this in Chat GPT. But before that, I want to get this precept. So we're going to go into Sirach, chapter 33 and 9. It says, some of the days, Salakia, I'll just back up a little bit. Verse 7, it says, why doth one day excel another? When has all the light of every day in a year is of the sun? By the knowledge of the Lord they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts. All right, some of them have he made high days and hallowed them, and some of them have he made ordinary days. All right, and the Passover is a high day. All right, when they say holidays, that's a real holiday. It's a holy day. Okay, that's a day. I get it. You love the Lord, but the Lord is big on symbolism and reenactment, man. All right, and going back to the bitters. Okay, because we are supposed to do what? We are supposed to eat the bitter herbs. All right, and I went and looked it up. Okay, it says in context of Passover, the bitter herbs are called marar, marawar. All right, and they're symbolic. There's a symbolic food eaten during the Passover. It says they represent the bitterness and hardship that the Israelites experienced while enslaved in ancient Egypt. And again, when we go into Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it says, what? I send you into Egypt again with ships. Okay? And this bondage is more bitter than the one when we was actually in Egypt. And it's going to get worse pursuant to Jacob's trouble. Okay? So with that being said, this bondage is clearly worse. So when you, again, the Lord is big into symbolization. If you're doing the pasach, knowing that we're in the worst bondage, and you keep keying and giggling, and you got cakes and all that, and that's a representation of how you view this bondage. It's like, it's not that bad. I actually like it. Okay? It's actually easy. That's what the taking it easy on a horseradish represent. This is actually easy. All right? Because it even tells you in ChatGPT, it says common example of bitter herbs includes horseradish, very strong and pungent. Guess what they also have? Romaine lettuce, which has a suitable bitterness, especially in the stalk, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. So it says when you hear bitter herbs in Passover, it's not just about food. It's a ritual way of remembering and experiencing history through taste. So if you're not tasting that bite, that's our history, man. That's us sighing bitterly until Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's a physical reenactment. That's why we're doing the Passover, because it's a reenactment of not only us getting out of Egypt, Yahushai, and ultimately us getting out of Babylon. So when we're doing this Passover, it's a solemn, very serious. This ain't Josiah, because we're not in that time. Okay? We're in a time of this ain't it. We're in a time of being in the ultimate low. This is worse than Rome, man. Okay? Where we don't even have our heritage. We're mocked. So none of the Passover should be anything of a celebrating. What we celebrating for? We ain't delivered yet. You know? So I'll leave it there, man. With that being said, and give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachakwadash, the honest apostles who are elders rule well. Blessed citation to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. Shalom.